this video, we will demonstrate how different roles can create and manage users and permissions on the NMC Web Monitor. First, if you are the system root responsible for creating and managing the entire system, please log in using your root account. After logging in, navigate to the organization page from the side menu button. Additionally, you can click the Create New Organization button in the upper right corner to add a new organization to your business group. For example, subsidiaries. Next, let's add a new admin account to the existing organization's administrator group. Select Nuvitan02, enter the colleague Brian's email to create a new account, and set a default password for him. Once complete, log out of the root account. Now, let's explore how to use Brian's account to manage the organization's personnel and devices. On the login page, Brian enters his email and password to log in as an admin. After logging in, we can view detailed information about the devices and personnel under the Nuvitan02 organization on the dashboard. Then, switch to the user group management page, which allows Brian to manage groups within his organization. Apart from the administrator group, we will notice that there are currently 4 other IT support teams in this organization. Click the Add New Group button in the upper right corner to create a new IT support group. Enter IT Support 5 as the group name and set the group permissions. Since we expect this group to handle various device-related issues, we will set all permissions for this group by default. After creating the group, we will see a new IT Support 5 group card adjacent to IT Support 4 on the screen. Next, navigate to the user list to create a new user account. Click the Add New User button in the upper right corner. Select IT Support 5, enter Linda's email and default login password, and check the checkbox to assign her as the group manager. Once added, Linda's account will appear in the user management list. Next, return to the group management page. Click the Add User to Group button in the upper right corner of the screen and add existing colleagues' accounts to this new support group. Select IT Support 5 and then switch to the Add User page. Select the names of colleagues who may be related to this support group's tasks and add them to the group. Then, click the Edit button on the IT Support 5 card to view the current permissions and member list of the group. And assign 2 group members as managers to manage the group together. As an admin, Brian can also view and edit the permissions and member lists of other IT support groups. Next, navigate to the Node Management page from the side menu. Begin by examining the current node groups. We will notice that nodes within the organization are categorized into 4 groups based on different scenarios. Assign the Retail Industries POS Devices group to IT Support 5. In this way, IT Support 5 can manage these POS device nodes. If new nodes from airport kiosks require management, visit the Node Management page. Select the kiosk nodes, and click the Add New Group button in the upper right corner to create a new node group. Next, fill in the name and tag for this new node group. With clear names and tags, the purpose of the node group will be easy to understand. After that, assign the newly created node group to IT Support 5. Return to the Group Management page. Click the Node Group button on the IT Support 5 card, and we will see the 2 node groups managed by this group. After completing the device and personnel management tasks, click the Logout button to log out of Brian's admin account. Now, let's demonstrate how the group manager, Linda, can perform group and account management. First, Linda logs in with the account Brian created for her earlier. After logging in, a prompt on the dashboard indicates that she has no permissions in the IT Support 5 group. As the group manager, Linda needs to assign permissions to group members including herself. Otherwise, they won't be able to control or manage the nodes. Switches to the group management page and see IT Support 5, which Linda can manage. By clicking the Edit button in the upper right corner, we can view the group permissions assigned by admin Brian. Consequently, Linda can assign these group permissions to team members based on their tasks. In this group, Linda also sets herself as a node maintainer, allowing her to perform critical and normal actions on nodes. Next, since team member Daniel will need to provision those nodes on site in the future, Linda adjusts Daniel's permissions, allowing him to create and manage provision files and view node information. Besides, Linda adjusts Rachel's permissions to allow firmware updates and manage firmware and certificates. After modifying group members' permissions, click Save, and then log out of Linda's account. Next, we will log in with Daniel's and Rachel's accounts to observe the differences between accounts with varying permissions. After logging in with Daniel's account, we can see the dashboard displaying two permissions: Manage Node Normal Action and Manage Provision. In addition to viewing the basic information of node, Daniel can navigate to the provision management page to create provision files and view those nodes still in the verifying list. Please refer to the video link in the upper right corner for a guide on creating provision files. With these permissions, Daniel can prepare provision files for on-site device deployment. Additionally, if the account is a member of other groups, we can switch between different groups using the drop-down menu at the top. Next, after logging out of Daniel's account, log in with Rachel's account. After logging in, we can see that Rachel's dashboard displays permissions related to firmware management in IT Support 5. With this permission, she can perform remote firmware updates for nodes within IT Support 5. Please refer to the link in the upper right corner for a guide about firmware OTA. Similarly, we can use the drop-down menu at the top to switch and view different groups. Since Rachel has different permissions in different user groups, the website layout will differ accordingly. Use NMC Web Monitor to enhance your device and personnel management efficiency. Get ahead with NMC Web Monitor, the ultimate device management solution.